Also joining us here tonight, WWE superstar Samoa Joe.
Renee, it's very wonderful being here. I'm glad to see that you're still keeping the lights going in your house.
What, no booing, guys? I mean, come on, you disappoint me, really. Welcome
to Wrestling's High Marks, the highest podcast ever. With your hosts, Cheez Man.
This is the Cheez Man.
I need some Kleenex or an NXT Women's title, whichever you got.
Mojo.
Mojo is here.
This is how a can works.
And yours truly, Whiz.
Let's just call him Whiz.
I'll try not to rape for a few minutes. Well, that's the first thing that people heard from your track, and my track is up now. Hello, everybody.
It's a good start to the show. Yeah, it's gonna be a good night. Good night. Thanks for tuning in. It's gonna be a great show.
Wrestling's High Marks, episode 79.
We now have our senior discount.
Chevy Ben had that shit.
You have to be 79 to get a senior discount? Where the fuck do you work?
See, I went now early, and I didn't realize I could use it all these years up until now.
Oh, got it. Missed the boat, as it were.
Missed opportunities.
I was like, wait a minute. I've been having this for all this time? I could have been getting discount McDonald's?
McDonald's is where he goes with it.
Yo, I need some fucking discount cheeseburgers.
We're Americans.
America. Better be American cheese on those fucking cheeseburgers, too.
America.
I want one of the apple pies with fucking American cheese on it.
I want a McRib. Instead of the bun, 2 more McRibs.
That's hilarious.
And make sure it's smothered in American cheese.
America.
America.
God damn it.
I want a flurry served with a fucking sparkler.
Well, this is going to be a fun episode already. You can tell we're all in good moods after like some pretty good wrestling this week. We're going to do a NWA Powerrr debut episode watch along. It's pretty awesome, depending on your age group, I guess. But I thought it was fucking fabulous myself.
Yeah, I enjoyed the fuck out of it. This is one of those rare times we're going to do a watch along for something we've already watched. But
yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
It's not that way we're going to reach many people because we don't get a whole lot of listeners, but fuck it, I'm putting the name out there any way we can right now because I'm not in that age demographic to where I really remember NWA, but I still enjoyed the fuck out of the show. So
right on.
Hopefully you guys will
I just could not believe the stage and everything. Like, I feel like they were looking at old video from back in the day, and they were like, you watch that video, you make the set exactly like that.
Well, hey, let's show the people what we're talking about then, right? It's on YouTube. It's NBA, Jesus Christ. It's NBA Live 95 on Genesis. You'll love it. It's only a few buttons. It's not so complicated as all these newfangled NBA games. But seriously, folks, NWA Powerrr with 3 R's at the end of Power.
I love Eazy-E and Dr. Dre.
It's Powerrr. Anyway, not that NWA silly. That's episode 1. Tim Storm versus Nick Aldis 3, which is the 3rd time they've met. If you didn't figure that out.
No way.
I had to Google it. Fuck you. All right.
I thought he was just Tim Storm the Third. Fuck.
You mean Nick Aldis? It's on YouTube. It's free. You can find it easy. Hashtag 10 pounds of gold. They brought back the big gold belt. You gotta, well, depending on how old you are, you gotta love that.
Yep.
It's the Ric Flair belt, basically.
Woo!
Oh, cool. We get a 14-second count in too.
Oh, that's right.
That actually works out for me because my bowl is in the other room and I have to dash over and grab it.
Does that mean your coffee's in the other room
that's
too?
what I'll be doing.
Hey,
no, coffee's sitting right in front of me. I didn't use that mug today.
Oh, by the way, if you don't know who Tim Storm is, which I didn't, so I figured I'd do us all a service here. He was the NWA heavyweight champion for about 1.5 years prior to Nick Aldis. He's the guy who lost it to Aldis. And there you go. Now you're all caught up on that. You understand the rivalry, even though this is the debut episode. Hey.
And now you know. And knowing's half the battle.
One more thing before we play this episode, I just want to point out that I never heard of the Dawsons, but I know that they're supposed to be badasses. Don't know who the wild cards are, but it was made clear to me that they are the top guys in the team to beat. Josephus is a chicken shit redneck heel.
Oh my God. I think I love that. That was like one of my favorite things.
James Storm is a grizzled old badass. And Nick Aldis and Tim Storm are true champions. Now ask me how I know all this shit.
And Whiz, how do you know all this shit?
Because a 1-hour episode of wrestling television told me all that.
That's kind of what I loved about it.
I learned everything about all their guys on the first episode. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Tim Storm, you said you looked that one up.
Well, yeah.
Although they showed a hell of a lot of fucking shit about him and let you know damn well who he was.
That's his history, but what I learned about him is he's like a genuine champion because the show told me.
Well, the show also told me that he has a 90-year-old mom that's still alive.
And the crowd was chanting her name. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. It's like, is it so hard?
Mama, why?
Is it so hard to make you be interested in a character? Do you know what I mean? What little bit they did, I understand them all now. It was that easy.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. So, I think everybody should be set by now. So.
Oh, I'm sure.
Say we start this shit in 4:18, 4:19, 4:20.
Shit. My sound's on.
Shit.
And don't forget to mute.
Damn it. Okay.
All right. Okay. 6-second spirit pick.
Like it matters if he's here, right? The show's not going to stop if he's not here ahead of the timer. All right. NWA Powerrr. Look at that old school logo. Look at the graphics. It screams like 1982 directly into your face.
AEW, yeah. They have Papa Buck making some okay themes for being the elite. And yeah, CFO have made some decent theme songs. But are any of them rockin' with Dockin'?
It's
I
fucking
don't
Dockin'.
think so.
Their theme song is Dockin', and then that's all you need to know about what they're trying to be.
Dockin'? I always thought that was pronounced Dokin. My bad.
It might be.
Honorable Judge Cheeseman, I rest my case. Rockin' with Dockin'. Rockin' with Dockin'.
This Dockin sounds like such a gay name. We know what docking is.
Well, because it's a recent development, unfortunately, for him. I mean, who knows how long it's been occurring, but I had never heard
They turned my
it.
name into what?
I haven't heard it in popular culture until very recently, and it's pretty disturbing. Although I guess...
dude, you don't want to call yourself Dockin anymore.
I don't know, man. If you're
Josephus.
dudes that like wieners and you're doing wiener stuff with each other, I guess that would eventually happen, right? You would eventually, like, stumble upon that. All right, moving on.
Stumbled into, oops, accidental docking.
Wait, what if my wiener was in your foreskin? Wait, what if...
I don't know. Let's test it out.
What if we overlapped him and kind of jerked each other off as we go back and forth? Wouldn't that be amazing? All right.
Hey, everybody, just keep tuning into the NWA and tune us out at this point if you need to.
Don't listen to us, because I'm not even reading my wrestling notes yet. All this is improv. All right.
Improv. No way, you didn't write this shit out?
I don't know. Instead of, like, my notes on NWA Powerrr, maybe I'll just, like, bring them up as it's happening kind of thing, because it'd be dumb to be, like, previewing the show we're about to watch, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. We just talk about each match at the beginning of it.
The wrong thing
without
to do.
telling who's going to win it.
Sure. All right. Well, then the first thing to look out for is I love this intro where Nick Aldis just walks out and kind of like introduces everybody. Basically, I mean, there's no other way to word it, but it's not cheesy. He does it well. You know what I mean?
It's like, yeah, here's David Marquez. I'm like, cool. Who the fuck is David Marquez?
David Marquez is gonna come up soon. We will discuss him in a moment.
Yeah, and then there's Nick Aldis, and her name's Camille, and phew, she looks great. I'll give her that.
No,
that's the problem.
Watch
her. She never emotes.
Does. She's a fucking zombie who literally does nothing. I knew that was what you were mad about. the expression on her face never changes. It's like she's high as fuck right now. I'm just like, they're holding me here against my will,
she
and
is
eventually
Brahms, woman.
these motherfuckers are gonna auction me off.
Say his Brahms woman. Is
Mhm.
Brahm like known for beating his women?
Who is it?
Brahm. He was in TNA, for a second, I think.
Oh, okay. See, okay.
Yeah, he was almost like Nikki Cross's husband. Along the same lines of wrestler.
I thought he got in trouble for fucking knocking one of those old ladies stupid. Or
Well,
like, didn't he used to date Charlotte and knock her around or something? I can't
probably he
remember.
just wanted her to smile. She just wouldn't fucking do it, and he got tired of it.
Now look at Charlotte. She smiles all the time.
Well, the problem was she has that exact same expression on her face when she's having sex, and so he was like, "Fuck you, bitch."
I can see why she dates Brahm though. She looks like she's got a really strong jaw. Anyway, yeah, I love the introduction with Nick Aldis here. He just kind of walks out like, "Yep, this is what this bitch. This is what this is. This is what we're about."
Can I
Fucking sit
comment
back.
that in this time of high speed, high flying, wrestling spot monkey, crazy people everywhere, it takes a lot of balls to roll this fucking product out, but it's so good. It's so well done that I'm like, all right, well, they're doing this thing then. All right, let's do it. I really do like this. I don't know if that means I'm an old man or what, but this was like, they all are like legit. Like, okay, that guy would kick my ass for sure.
Do it, dog!
Well, I don't know about Josephus.
Hey,
Well, yeah, but he's not supposed to make you
I
feel like
love that. That was, like, to me, like,
He
classic
might be my favorite
NWA.
character. Exactly. That's what I
chicken
was just gonna
shit
say.
heel.
He is a classic NWA heel
I
hillbilly
love
character.
that.
It's great.
Like talking shit and everything, but as soon as James Storm hits the scene, he's taking off running like a cartoon character.
It's hilarious when they
reminded me
come
of-
back from the commercial and he's chasing them around the table and shit.
Around that
popped
little
That was great.
stand there that they do. the
Okay, we're getting
interviews
too
at.
far ahead, but that was fucking hilarious, man.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, we
Yes.
can laugh at it when it happens.
Look out for that, because it's like you can practically hear the Benny Hill song. It's great, really. It's fucking great. You can practically hear it. Oh god. Also, a thing to look out
Look, Camille
for
still looks the same.
during James Storm's promo. He believes there are 265 days in a year. That made me laugh out loud. I popped like for real, like I
Man,
don't know why it hit
I
me
know.
like
I
it did,
like.
but it was funny.
I like this match because it was perfect for what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, it's like
well,
okay.
They don't do shit like this anymore in like the WWE or any other fucking promotion.
if the name of the guys that you're facing are Salmonella and Silly Fuck, then there's a pretty good chance you're gonna win.
Salmonella
I'm
and
not-
silly fuck.
I'm not even gonna say their real names now because I don't want to ruin your moment, bro.
Judging by the
amazing.
pants, I'm gonna say that's silly fuck that just got slammed in the ring. So Salmonella must be standing on the apron waiting for the tag.
What I liked about this is the heat after the match, and then they like we're like, hey, fuck you guys, basically.
Hey, when you listen to the
I'll come up there and kick your ass
announcers, if
too.
you have
I'll do
any
the same thing to
value,
you. He's yelling at some random
that's all
guy.
you're gonna hear the announcers now when they say those guys' names. I was like, did Jim Cornette just call him Salmonella?
Salmonella and silly fuck.
Silly fuck.
Motherfucker! Oh,
Oh,
kick right to the mouth. Elbow to the jaw.
oh, poor Silly Fuck.
Yeah, tag team maneuvers, power.
Oh,
Salmonella.
damn.
These guys are
That's silly fuck.
clearly meant to be a couple
Oh,
of badasses.
damn.
There's no mistaking what these guys are.
Yeah. Like I said, this match is
And
And then
exactly
big
what
there's
it's
this,
supposed to be.
ugh, and then plink. Nighty
Yeah.
night.
I definitely like the power slam part of it better than the, I don't know, the dude running and jumping at him, the smashing him.
Yeah, he could splash it a little more convincingly than he does.
Yeah, that was not a great splash.
Right. But
But I like the slam.
but I see where they're going with it. Okay,
But yeah,
now,
like I said, this match was great for what it was. The Dawsons came out and they absolutely wrecked two no-name dudes to establish
They
these are the
had
Dawsons.
names, but
They're going to fucking kill people.
if you
They
know,
will fuck you
Yeah.
up.
this
they'll
announcer
take
guy
no shit
has
from
like,
Salmonella or silly fucks either.
he's about equally as large as these guys. It just made me laugh. It's like, okay, the big badass guys, they walk up and the announcer's like, hey, equally large man to me, how you doing?
Hey, I was
made me laugh
wondering
a little.
what Bobby Tongs was doing now that Pantera's no more. Man,
Yeah, he might have height on that guy.
This dude's look isn't exactly convincing, though. I'm not sure which one he is, but he like either is
It's
that
because
grow a
he-
mustache to join or
Yeah,
to add it, or maybe
'cause-
some hair.
Yeah, because he has the baby
I'm
face.
glad to see that he's got work though now.
He's
Like,
the little brother for sure.
Mojo's like, I'm not giving up on Bobby Tongs.
Up next,
he might have not been
Eli
Bobby
Drake.
Tongs. Hell, Austin Idol. Doesn't he have a wrestling
This commercial
college or something?
popped me so hard. I
That
thought
hat
it was
popped
fake
me
until
so
I checked the
hard.
website and it was legit.
Yeah, it's legit.
It's real.
It's real.
This is him actually doing a pitch. I love this. It's on a couple times and it's great.
9,000 square feet! Killer!
Killer! The terrible 1980s editing. This is all just so perfect. I just love everything about this. I know I keep saying that. All right. If anyone's listening with the audio on, coming up is a promo with Eli Drake. And I just caught on to this, but he's been doing it the whole time, even like Impact and all that. He's a cross between Stone Cold and Rock. Or he's trying to be that.
Okay, I definitely caught the Stone Cold tones. Like, that shit's obvious.
Now, if you listen
Yeah.
with what I have in my, or with what I
Yeah.
just stuck in your brain, I think you're going to laugh your ass off. Obviously, we can't because the audio would interrupt the show. But you guys at home, listen to this guy. He's combination Stone Cold and The Rock. It's very funny if you look at it like that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm happy to see Eli Drake pop up here. I'm like,
No,
sweet, I didn't know Eli Drake went to
Look at
NWA.
his vest.
Look at him. He's a grown
Well,
ass
yeah.
man. I mean,
Outfit.
and a good wrestler and a pretty good talker, although he wasn't super impressive on this particular promo, but he's usually good. He's usually funny.
His jacket says Defiant. What the fuck's up with that? Defiant folded. Get a new jacket, Eli. Who'd you steal that from? But yeah, I was
What?
like I said, I was happy to see him
What?
walking out. I was like, oh, sweet. 'Cause I
What?
hadn't seen him since, he left TNA or whatever. Or TNA kicked his ass out, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But I was happy to see him laying here. Like, I didn't really want to see him in WWE or AEW because I just don't see him going over too well there.
What I seem to remember is he refused an intergender match, and then he was like off TV for a couple of weeks, then he was back on TV for a couple of weeks, then he was gone forever.
Yep.
So whatever happened in that meantime is whatever happened. I don't know all that.
Yeah, I don't know. I checked out Impact a few months ago. I didn't even go
Me
back for
too.
Killer Cross. And
It's
I love
kind
Killer
of weird. We kind of all did right about exactly the same time, and we just never brought it up again. We
Yep.
used to cover it on, like every week on the show, and then like all of us just didn't one week, and that was the end of Impact discussion.
Cross. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch it anymore. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, me neither. All right, cool. Fuck it.
Coincidentally, it was pretty much right after Cross was no longer on TV. But that is a coincidence, because I just really tuned out prior to that, really.
Right.
But
I love
coincidentally,
Cross and I love the Rascals.
yeah.
But
When that's all you're watching a 2-hour show for, it's hard.
right now, if they're playing, hopefully they're planning on using this Caleb Conley kid in the future because this is actually a pretty good competitive match.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah, you can't even call it a competitive squash.
No,
Because,
it's a straight up competitive match.
Yeah, it was a match is all it was. I mean, it wasn't...
Exactly.
It was a match. It was a wrestling match.
Yep. And a pretty straightforward good one at that.
Yeah, for you that couldn't hear what Drake was saying, on there, he basically said he didn't come to babysit. He came to fight men. Manly men. Men in tights. And Caleb
Oily man.
Conley is that men in tights.
Oily men with muscles.
And they're naked. Butt naked.
Or, I mean, we're in trunks. Wrestling trunks. Yeah. And boots.
Yeah. We will go in the ring and do stuff in trunks afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
and
all
we'll
I'm here for is the wrestling matches and nothing else.
And absolutely nothing weird will happen afterward in the steam room, I assure you.
Yeah, he didn't back out of fighting Tessa because he was against the fucking intergender thing. He was just like, ew.
I don't want to touch a girl.
I ain't touching a woman. Ew.
That's gross. You're gross.
Well, for some reason, he didn't want to fight Sammy Guevara either. Can you explain that?
Yeah, well, there goes your theory, buddy.
Did you know Sammy Guevara's 26 fucking years old?
In dog years, maybe.
Shout out to Soup because they were talking about it in the last episode. I was like, holy shit, is he really 26? He looks like he's like fucking 16.
Right.
I said, man,
You can't
this is
fool
gonna be
me,
fucking
Santa.
heartbroken when I tell him this.
You can wear an orange suit, Santa Claus, but I know that's you out in there in the audience.
Ho, 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 no, you didn't fool me, motherfucker.
Is that you, Hogan?
He's wearing
I
an
see you out there.
orange Santa hat, too. Check him out right there in the front row.
Oh, it's almost Josephus time. I'm excited.
He's like a larger Eugene with a worse physique and an even worse IQ.
He's Eugene Galifianakis.
His name's Josephus. Like, come on, Bocephus? Josephus?
Yeah. I think that's just in case there's any doubt that he's a hillbilly. Let's just make sure the people realize, no matter what, that he's a redneck. So he's Josephus.
Yeah. Now, if he was a fake redneck, they'd have called him, like, Kid Jock.
Well, his mama and dad were just fans of old Hank, the original Bocephus. Don't you say a darn bad thing about Bocephus now.
Shut your mouth. I'm just talking about Bocephus.
Did you say that's the original Hank?
Oh, yeah. Yep, the original Hank.
Yeah.
Or,
I don't
She's
know
been a
nothing
man
about your
that's got me all
bullshit hillbilly
confused.
music, you fucking hicks.
Yep.
I don't want to
I'm
talk
not
about
either.
cow fucking either, okay? Let's just move on.
Oh, you are missing out. I mean, there's no horse fucking. Shout out, get in the corner.
Well, that's different. Have you seen how big their
not bad.
dicks are? I mean, mad props, yo. Hey, game recognized game, know what I'm saying? And I do too. Anyway,
Yeah, but the technique and skill it takes to fucking round up the bull.
yeah, it ain't
remember,
no
Mount
bull,
Mojo
man.
for
shit.
normally
Oh, shit.
large.
Oh, it's the gravy train! The gravy train! And Eli Drake picks up the win.
Championship again.
But it was a good match.
He's perfect to
Put
be in
Eli
NWA,
over.
isn't he? He's exactly where he should be, I think.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I was really happy to see him come walking out. I was like, yes, his character will work perfect on here because he's so animated.
Yep.
And he does like to interact with the crowd like he's doing now, and it's a small crowd and easy to interact with. Which,
And-
let me say, I like that too.
And he's not bad in the ring. I always liked him. I originally really liked him because of his promos are hilarious sometimes. He can be really funny when he's in the zone or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of promos, spoiler alert, you're gonna see it here in a few minutes anyway. But how fucking happy were you to see Eddie Kingston come walking out to the
Dude,
microphone?
I was like, yes! Although this wasn't his best promo ever, but I know what he can do. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
like, he's going to be fun, man.
and he's part of the show, and it's like, fuck yeah.
Another guy that's really kind of perfect for NWA. I mean, like, what he does is kind of old school, but, like, legit.
Dude, it's like, if they somehow wound up with Killer Cross, they'd have everything we liked about fucking Impact at one point put on their show.
I can't say I was as happy to see Homicide come fucking limping out there, but whatever, it's what it is. You know what I
Not
mean?
really. Like, I thought he had a retirement match or some shit.
I can understand why. It was cool, though. I mean, it's fucking Eddie Kingston. The guy rocks a microphone.
Maybe it wasn't a retirement. Maybe it was like an anniversary thing or something. I swear there was something about Homicide.
Perhaps he was arrested for
there he
homicide
is.
and just got out. All right. He's saying,
Storm!
get Storm out here.
Storm! Get Storm!
And then the wrong one appears, which is a funny joke.
Yeah.
I don't know if that hit everybody right, but that's what was, like, supposed to go down there. He was expecting Tim Storm.
Well, sorry about your damn luck.
Yeah, it didn't work out well for him. We'll see that soon enough.
Spoiler alert!
All right, everyone, be looking out for 265 days a year.
Oh,
Oh,
June
after
seems
the
to think this needs more. June says this needs more horse fucking.
Also, Whiz plays drums for James Storm's band.
James Storm Yates.
Yeah, we gotta drop that D. It's just an S now. JSY.
Problem with the business today.
Help me! Help me! Get him away from me! He looks like he wants to cuddle.
He looks like Zach Galifianakis. I'm sorry, I can't not think that about him.
Zachary Eugene Galifianakis.
I think he's gonna quickly become the coolest heel in the business, man. Who's better than him? Who's more entertaining than this guy? He's really got something here, seriously. It's fucking hilarious. I'm laughing again just looking at the guy.
Oh, there he is.
The
It's
mere
James Storm.
appearance of the guy is fucking funny to me.
I just keep on thinking ahead.
Oh, the table thing.
Quit thinking ahead.
Shut up. It is great.
I'm not
bro.
going to say.
Live in the
Actually,
moment, motherfucker.
actually, up
That's why
next
I'm
is
laughing at just seeing them now. Because I know what's going to come.
up next will be your tag team champion wildcards versus Dead Guy and Dead Black Guy.
Hey. What was the name of the... Oh, they're the tag team champions, aren't they? Wildcard?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, they're facing Fanny's White and Mimsy.
Yep.
Mimsy. The last one.
He's right,
It's
you know.
the last Mimsy.
one. I see what you did there. Very nice. Oh, yeah. That had to happen eventually, and there
She's
it
gonna
was.
travel all 265 days a year. You just said
I
it.
told you, the wild card versus Fanny's White and Mimsy. Non-title match.
I haven't paid attention to the fucking subtitles at all. I
That's
just
all
see
right.
the 265 days a year on there. I was like,
Yeah,
They've
dude.
actually been
just-
pretty right on. I don't think that I've seen something too wild yet.
Ow, stop hitting me. Ow, ow. It's not the storm I wanted.
That's my face.
I'm not the George you seek, motherfucker.
The looks, see, he's just naturally great at this. I don't know what to say about this guy besides he's perfect. Joe Cephas is my fucking hero, dude. He's exactly what this show needed.
You're a far bigger fan of him than I am.
He's just fucking hilarious. Okay, I'm sorry. I got tears in my eyes from Joe Cephas.
It makes me think of like your drunk uncle, Danny White and Mim.
Kind of like.
He does have that, like, I have no idea where the fuck I am expression on his face, doesn't he?
The dude in the fucking kilt looks familiar.
And terrifying. Don't forget terrifying.
Sure, that too.
Yeah.
Is that Brom?
He's like Joe McIntyre.
I don't think so. Brahma was a lot bigger than that, wasn't he?
No, he was
Brom
about
like a
that
fucking-
size, but he had more of a.
We're doing a live
Beard
wrestling
and
show. Why
mustache.
don't you guys Google him?
I'm looking.
I don't know what his name is.
On here, it's like what, Tommy
Yeah.
Lancaster or something like that?
Unfortunately, I don't either because I just wrote down wild card. So,
Wild card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I fucked up. The last Mimsy was a Disney movie, you goofballs.
Yeah, that's it.
That's not a wrestler.
It's Mims.
I
not Mimsy, it's
know.
just
Come on. Let
Mims.
me have some fun here. Jesus.
No.
Christ, you
No
son of-
fucking fun for you.
I guess not. Damn. Cool.
I mean, unless you put some American cheese on it.
Well, damn. Do you know this guy that's in the that isn't wearing the kilt? I think it's the quarterback for the Jaguars.
What?
I know that
Shit.
mustache anywhere.
Thomas Latimer. Yeah, it is Bram.
Is it really?
I guess that's why it looks familiar.
Well, there you go. It's that guy. Oh, and that's why that chick's there.
It's all making sense now.
Yeah, the piece is all... That's how she got a job with no charisma or talent or ability to move her facial muscles.
Yep, she's just stuck that way.
I don't care if you laugh or not. I think I'm funny.
No, I was fucking. It took a second to sink in because I was looking something up online.
Okay.
I Google searched Brom woman beater.
Well, now I feel bad. I was making fun of the girl, but her face is paralyzed after the beatings.
That mustache is straight NWA. Circa 88.
It just doesn't say. It doesn't say who.
Oh, Royce Isaacs. Finally.
It was his girlfriend at the time. That's all.
That's who the guy is.
Hey, it's over.
Yo.
So they beat the shit out of those guys.
And
But
they
should have.
retained their belts. All right, good for them guys. It was touch and go there for a minute. All right, anyway. I lost my place in my notes. Where am I at? Oh, yeah. It's almost Eddie time.
Eddie Kingston from the beach, boy.
No, that's
From
Kofi
the
Kingston.
beach, boy.
Oh, Eddie Kingston,
From the beach.
the Impact guy.
Mang.
Used to hang out with LAX.
That's the guy.
Some man.
By the
Hey,
beach.
man.
Mang.
The funny thing is, he just looks like some random dude off the street.
Oh, yeah. I love what happens here where it looks like these motherfuckers are just about to get into a squabble, and then the squabble breaks out on the right there. And it's
Yeah.
Josephus and Storm. This is another nice touch, you know what I mean? I'm like, these guys are just doing it right. They are doing it right.
And I don't know. I like. It seems less awkward that they're sitting here talking over the podium and shit, like on the stage doing this, as opposed to in a ring surrounded by a bunch of fucking fans that are being noisy and interfering with shit.
Man, I'll take 2 steps to the right. I'll be in the ring.
Right.
Don't make me back up 2 steps. I'll take those 2 steps.
I will put this microphone down and be already ready to fight because I'm in the ring already. I'll do it. Oh, you don't think I will? Well, you're right. We're going to do this at the end of the show.
not sure what it is or why I like it. I do. Like, I like this so much more than the shit that goes on in fucking other promotions.
Well, it's
Even if it doesn't at a game show right now. Like, I'm waiting for Bob Barker to come out and break it up.
and there's Homicide like, hey, I just had my spine fused. What are you guys arguing about? No? Okay. Yeah, I tried. And there's
There
them
they are.
guys. And it says applause. Oh, that was actually pretty solid into that ring post. He's like,
Oh,
ugh.
Knocked him stupid. What's going on?
I don't feel so
Wait
good.
a second.
joke's on you, Cheez. He
Is that
was
dude-
already stupid.
Was that? Well played. Shit, I'm going to go back and look. They're not going to show him again, probably. I swear.
And then they pulled him away, and Josephus was in the ring like, yeah, you don't want none.
Oh, shit. Is Mr. Kennedy a part of NWA?
That
Fucking
was
A.
him.
It's still
At
real to
least
him,
they
David.
showed him.
Now, that right there is the it's still real to me guy, which I popped.
Yeah.
They got that guy to put in their commercial. There he is. He's like, you just hurt my arm.
Damn it. I swear I just saw Crimson holding James Storm
All
back.
right, now
You
everyone
remember
pay
Crimson?
attention.
That
because
sure
it's-
looked like him. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
No.
that's fucking Crimson.
It is.
All right.
Nice sports.
He's not a great wrestler, but he's a big ass fucking dude. Jim, just sit still and relax. What the hell? He just stepped on something that squirted all the way across the fucking.
Roro.
Okay, I'll stop doing that now.
You stay over there. I'm
Cherub's
okay.
Burger.
You just keep him.
What are you
Grabbed
charged
him
of
by the
cheers?
hand. Hit him.
Cheese?
Come here,
Ah!
motherfucker.
That's my hair.
I feel like this is George just beating on Lenny. He's like, "What, George? Why? I just wanted to pet the rabbits. I didn't mean to snap a neck, George. Why you pull hair? So mean."
Sorry, that guy makes me laugh automatically. It's like, quit talking, you're popping me.
I like to get fucked quietly.
Yes. You like to watch people get fucked for free? Oh, I have to get audio of that commercial. It's so fucking hilarious. He's this MMA guy, this big scary dude, Jeff something, and he's doing a promo and he says, "Do you like to watch people get fucked for free?" Oh, fuck, what am I, drunk?
Nice.
I'm having too much fun today. What the hell?
Yeah.
Here it comes. Super kick!
I like how he's pulled up short for her, like, come on.
Oh,
Like, hit me with it, damn it.
Ugh.
you
Ugh.
only got
Ugh.
that pin on me because I was already drunk. I was gonna fall anyways.
Super kick! And then, night night, baby. Now, if you don't love that, then you're just not a good person deep down in your soul. You're a bad guy if you don't think this is hilarious right now. You're just not a decent human.
I enjoyed it. I know it's cheesy and goofy, but
It's exactly what it was supposed to be. And that's when I'm okay with it, I guess. I don't know. That's a weird line I toe. Up next, we get a video package. All right, we can chill for a minute. Oops. And then I slam into the microphone. Nicely done.
shit. We'll have to get into covering some other wrestling during the fucking main event. Because I think that's coming up next. We've managed to just sit here and talk about nothing but this while watching it the whole time.
Yeah, I mean,
Some more background on Tim Storm. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Like, this is my second time watching it. I'm still enjoying the fuck out of it.
Well, his promos are awesome too. It's a bitch that we got it muted right now because they're so genuine. It's kind of what he's. It's his calling card. He's like the promo guy from hell, and yeah, he is. It's like about as legit as a promo can get. It's old style. You just go out there and you start talking about the match. You're not reading a script or any some stupid shit. It's just going out there and getting the people interested in what's about to happen.
Yeah.
It's the basics. They're doing the basics.
That's right.
That most
Well,
other people kind of skip
one of
over
them, I
and go
think.
right to whatever's after the basics, you know? Kind of skip right over all this kind of stuff and do other
Yes, who'd have
stuff.
thought? I don't need flashy and overly produced shit. Sometimes simplicity can be nice.
It's fucking charming as hell, if you ask me. It's charming. That's the only way I can describe it. It's a charming. I just like what they're doing.
I like how Earl's over in AEW, but Brian somehow ended up in NWA.
Who?
The Hebner. Brian Hebner is
Oh,
just up there.
yeah.
Oh, there's Earl, too. I wonder if they switch back and forth.
I think I could tell them apart now.
Well, I mean, Brian's the son, so yeah.
You see why it's funny? You get it. Good. All right.
Get it?
Got
You
it.
confuse with girl, Hebner.
She's awesome. Girl Hebner. Aubrey Edwards.
Yes.
Maybe the best ref in the business. I said it out loud. You heard me. No, it's not just because she's pretty sexy. It's not that.
Man,
She's
I'm
good
not
at
gonna-
reffing.
I like that she'll get right back in the wrestler's face and everything
Exactly.
that
She's old school.
several times. Like, and she was actually out there holding back the wrestlers when there was one of those scenes where they were trying to separate two teams, and she's right in the thick of it.
Look on his face. He looks like he's really telling a guy a thing.
But tell you some stuff.
Yeah.
And it's true. You're gonna believe it.
Little things like that. I'm like, where'd that all go? Well, Joe can
I'm
do
a
it.
good guy.
He sort of reminds me of
I
But I will
believe every
punch
word
Nick
Joe
all
says.
in the dick bag.
back in the day, there was a strong man that was in WWE for a short period of time named Bill Kazmaier.
Sure.
That's what this guy sort of reminds me of.
Yeah, he even looks like him. Kazmaier was in those World's Strongest Man things.
Strongest
I used to
Man.
watch those all the time on E ESPN.
Yeah, like ESPN, ESPN2.
And Kazmaier was a monster.
That he was.
And okay, who else? Tony Atlas was in those. There was this guy named Magnus Vermagnuson, who was like
Yes,
giant.
I remember him.
If you remember that guy.
Oddly enough, Aldous used to be Magnus.
Really?
Yep.
When-
It was just
He looks like
Magnus.
a Magnus, doesn't he?
TNA. Magnus.
He looks like a Magnus. Who else? Who else was in there? I can't remember all the names now, but yeah, man, I used to love that shit. It's crazy some of the shit they do.
Yeah, like these poles that looked like like slightly shorter phone poles.
Right?
And they'd have to basically bear hug it.
Are those huge fucking stones that they have to lift up off the ground up onto those little stands and shit? It's like, man, I couldn't even move the smallest one.
Right. Now without destroying my back.
Right, exactly.
I hate getting old.
Man, I'm getting old fast. This shit is catching up to me. I was a young guy for way too long, apparently.
Veteran young guy.
I went from, like, healthy as an ox and like strong and awesome to like, I have trouble getting out of bed and getting things done every day in like a year, year and a half. All right. Anyway.
You see my erection.
Oh, I missed the note, but I'm sure anybody with the audio on that was listening to this promo heard the loud noise and the guy yell, "Whoa!" in the background. Studio wrestling, baby. We are. It's live. There are no screw-ups.
Fuck it.
Exactly. And it's at that point
We'll do it live!
I wrote down that Camille is an expressionless zombie that does literally nothing. That's my exact words. But I already brought that up earlier when we were opening the show. But yeah, she sucks at everything involving wrestling.
Yeah, so that was the funny thing. We were messaging back and forth earlier. And I was like, yeah, the only thing about the fucking show I really didn't care for was fucking Camille.
Well, one more thing, and it happens in this match. One thing that I couldn't believe Jim Cornette would let this happen on his own show. I know it's not his, but like, he has input. And
right.
He should have caught this if he knew that it was happening ahead of time. So I don't know if I should just tell you now or bring it up as it's happening. No, I'll bring it up when it's happening. It'll be right.
Okay.
And I won't ruin anything for anybody. Okay. But yeah, Camille is a zombie.
I have to admit, I don't know who Allison Kay is.
I don't either.
No, see, I like the graphics up there. Look how simple and nice that is. That reminds me of fucking watching, like, don't remember watching NWA, but I do remember old ass fucking, like, WCW.
Sure.
And WWE.
Yeah, like,
that's basically
like
what
I said,
this
I
evolved
think it
from.
changed over.
Evolved into this.
Like, after 88,
I can't.
it became WCW.
Yeah. But like Whiz said earlier, I'm not sure if he said it on the show or just in the chat earlier about this, but the ring, the curtains on the side, how it's just NWA.
Right.
Simple. It's a smaller ring. That's kind of cool too.
Yep. Everything about it is what it used to be. That's pretty much what it used to look like if you watched NWA wrestling. It was basically this whole set, man. I mean, real close to exact. Definitely the vibe is there for sure. If it's not like identical, it makes you what's the word? It harkens to old NWA wrestling.
Yeah.
It's like a callback to that's not the word I'm looking for either, but it echoes.
Echoes.
We all get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And look, Camille's just sitting there, same fucking look on her face.
The whole time.
Now, here's what I want to happen. And
hey, look, Santa's bootlegging this.
If, no shit. Motherfucking Santa.
That son of a
It's
bitch.
like, oh, I'm producing and pass it out for Christmas.
Man, he's really skimping on the gifts this year.
That's Brian Hebner in the ring reference right now, isn't it?
You're reffing right, it is. Okay. I'm sorry, I wish I wouldn't have said any of that.
What I want to happen, and if Mish listens to this, he might like this too, because I know he's a big fucking fan of her, but I want to see Camille gone. Like, she's set her expressionless, like, she doesn't have to be gone, but, like, not attached to fucking the champion. She's boring as shit. If you watch the other match, she doesn't do anything. She doesn't cheer him on, like, no beating on the ring, nothing. She's just there. I say she goes somewhere, anywhere, and you bring in Mickie James, Nick Aldis's wife, have her gain about 15 to 20 pounds before you bring her in, and bring her in as Thicky James. I liked her a whole lot better when she had a little more weight on her.
You know, I did too in the older days of her, but yeah, she was my favorite there for a minute.
I mean, they're married, so I guess you could be like Thicky Aldis.
Yeah, see?
We'll give it like a bit of a gimmicky name, you know?
Or Mick Aldis.
Yeah.
Fuck
that
you.
sounds like something you'd order.
Yeah, I'll have the Mick Aldis.
McDonald's. Yeah. I don't know what an Aldis is, but McDonald's has got it.
It's like a regular burger, but it's from Britain.
It's a Duff burger.
No, that's called a McRib.
Now that's a McRib that has, instead of a bun,
Oh,
2 death burgers.
Christ.
boosh and oh, cow.
Oh, by the way, we're watching a classic wrestling match that looks like people are fighting.
Yep.
And the action makes sense. And when a person gets hit with a hard thing, that they got to chill for a minute because that shit hurt, yo. Just saying.
Look at Camille. Just stares at Storm. Just stares at Storm.
She
Doesn't
literally...
pay any attention or show any concern for the dude. Oh, look, Storm walked past me. I'm gonna spin with him.
I literally
I got this. I'm doing a great
guarantee
job.
that when they were like, okay, we got to have Nick Aldis going around the world displaying the NWA belt and defending it. We need some arm candy. Does anyone know any hot chicks? And that's the best they could come up with. And they
Nikki's
got
got to be under contract still,
She
because
is.
like WWE's not using her at all.
I think she's like injured or
ref is
had
like,
an
"Get out of here.
operation or
Am I getting
something.
here? I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure
fucking
she's
do
under
something."
contract and just injured.
Yeah.
Like a
Well, I wish
real
you'd get-
injury, like a year and a half off style injury.
Damn.
Yeah. I forget what it was now, but I heard about that a while ago. It was in
Well, I
a
wish
list
you'd
video. I need to quit watching list videos.
Yes, you do. You got a fucking problem, my friend.
Yeah, man. I don't need all this random knowledge when I don't even know what's going on in current wrestling.
We had to put together a fucking Mixler intervention for you. Like, yeah, we're gonna do a special midweek lunches episode. Come on, let's hop on. We get on, the chat just starts hitting you. Whiz, we've been listening to you for over a year now, and we're concerned about you in the lists.
Yeah. Half the information that you present is not relevant to anything you're talking about currently on the show. And then the thing about list videos is that not everyone is for sure true. Do some research, faggot.
You lazy bitch.
Damn it.
I was listening to one of our shows from one of the other weeks, and that motherfucker said that he didn't have a cat.
Lying.
We know that's not true.
Every time I heard that again, I laughed. I don't have a cat. I was all fucking pissed. I don't have a cat.
Shut the fuck up. I don't have a cat. Camille nodded. She nodded her head up and down.
Yeah, damn it, I was going to say that earlier. The only thing she ever does is nod her head, and damn it, now I missed my chance.
I seen it.
Oh, in the closed caption, it mentioned Elvis and He-Man.
It's like, she might as well just be like staring at her fucking iPhone.
Focused on me and the 10 pounds ago.
10 pounds ago.
10 pounds ago. That was a dramatic stumble.
Yeah.
Long way.
Hey, well, hey, man, it's the 80s. What do you want?
It is. I even asked the girlfriend's mom, I was like, you remember NWA wrestling? She's like, yeah. I was like, well, they just remade it.
Into the fire!
Like, pretty genuinely remade it, I mean.
Right.
He ruffled opium.
It's more like they kind of picked up where
What?
they left off when we last seen them.
Well, they were talking about opium, so we know we're in the 80s.
Right. Opium. Now, opioids.
I was just going by the closed captioning.
He said Chinese opium den. Holy shit. It's
All right,
1950.
baby. Here we go. Here's the part of the match that pissed me off. He's got him in a figure four. That's a respected old school move, correct? He wrenches on it for a really long time before he finally gets to the ropes and the ref fucking makes him break it. And then what's Nick Aldis do?
Puts him in the figure four.
Even better. In the middle of Jim Cornette literally stating, you have to imagine the damage that has done to his legs. He jumps right up, no problem, and goes up to the top rope. No sells. He no sells this figure four completely. And I
Oh, yeah,
can't
that's right.
believe they let that slide. They missed something. It's the one thing I was like, oh, come on.
Oh, Camille nodded her head again. Good for her.
Okay, here's your no-sell. He will beat him to his feet.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then, nope, you don't get to do anything, and I'm going up top now because my legs are fine. You didn't do shit to me. But hey, if that's all I got to complain about, then awesome.
Yeah. Listen, I didn't even
And he
notice the
slams
first time
the
around.
shit out of him. You see that? Oh, yeah. That's a suplex, baby. That's how
Fuck
you make it
your
look
tailbone.
real. He, like, spins around in midair and, like, adds a little oomph to that shit. All right, let me see. That's all my notes for this, other than I hate the ending, but you know what it is. The most powerful move in sports entertainment today. Of course.
Oh, I talk about that later.
How can you talk about Tim Storm is winning this championship? Oh, yeah, look at that. That was convincing as fuck.
Yep. He's old school. He's like Arn
I said that
Anderson used to
reminds me
lay
of
all of his
WT.
moves in. Just like that.
Yeah. That would have been like thrilling top-notch shit back in
Oh,
the
yeah.
80s, too. Like, oh my god, he came off the top rope!
Well, that's what they would...
There's no way Aldous would have kicked out of that.
That used to be like a high spot, is what they call
Yeah,
it,
I
the
was
high
like,
spot of the
eh,
match. you know?
No, fuck that. Second rope. We're going second rope. Goddamn, Camille sucks. It's like every time they hit the mat and lay there, I look at her in the background like, oh, she sucks.
She's still not doing anything.
Nothing. I mean, I think she's just a marionette. Like, they're sewing up in the rafters and shit.
Right to the skull on the back of the spine is what that said. It's the Texas cloverleaf. I haven't seen this since 1992. Actually, I haven't seen this move since Dean Malenko.
I was just going to say that. Dean Malenko.
Yeah. Because he actually did this.
Oh, I think she actually hit the mat with her hand once right there.
I think she was just trying to kill a mosquito.
Right. There was clearly a bug there.
And here I am, watching this match again and enjoying it.
Tim Storm's not actually in pain right now. He's just sitting there like, why? Why is she out here? She brings nothing.
You're paying her how much?
He's still like, what? Why?
He wasn't arguing the count. He was still arguing why she's out there.
My back hurts from carrying the selling in this match.
Near ref bump.
Fuck it. Dude, the fucking crowd. Yes! Yeah!
Nakamura.
Twist his dick!
Hey, kicked out. Twist his dick.
Look at Camille, nothing.
Yep.
She's like, who farted?
She's still just staring at him. I don't think she blinks. Has she blinked? Has anybody seen her blink?
I don't know if those are real eyes.
She's a fucking cyborg.
It's like, give me sugar. Yeah.
Much better looking than Vincent D'Onofrio or whoever the fuck that was.
It was one of the D'Onofrio boys. I've had just about D'Onofrio.
Storm finally popped up. What's going on? Where am
Shout
I?
out, Luke.
Oh,
Welcome
shit.
to the chat,
Yeah.
my man.
Oh, look. Camille made a little bit of a different face for a second. Now it's kind of looks back to normal already. She's like, oh! Okay, I'm done. I don't think she blinked when she got hit.
And there's your superpower move there to pick up the win.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
It's actually not a roll-up. It's a small package, but whatever.
That was my beef with it. I didn't like the end right there. Like, that was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, after all that, to just whoop, okay, done. It's like,
Yeah.
we're running out of time. What was going on
And
here,
that's
buddy?
all the time we have, folks.
After these replays, of course.
Yeah. And they're quick and simple replays, too.
Well, it
Bam,
looks...
bam, bam.
Well, gentlemen, it looks like after the musical break here, we have hosed ourselves into doing a whole nother wrestling talk segment.
Yep, we gotta talk everything still.
We didn't discuss dick except this shit.
Worth it.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoyed the hell out of this, and I was happy
This
to
was
just
so
sit here and
fun.
talk
The
for
show
whole
was so
time.
fun. Everything about this was fun. Our show has been fun so far because of this show being fun.
Yep.
A lot of fun
yeah.
going on. A lot of fun things happening and such.
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
Oh, by the
Right.
way, we skipped over the stipulation that now that Storm lost, he can never again challenge Nick Aldis for the NWA Heavyweight Championship.
Yep.
That was the stipulation. And that's a pretty old school stipulation. You don't hear things like that anymore. Never again.
Well, this just means once Nick Aldis drops it, then maybe he can challenge for it again.
Sure.
But yeah, it's gonna be a while, and he's kind of old, so.
Or he might just be retiring now or something. Although as old as he is, he's fucking scary as hell still.
And she's back.
Hi, I'm here to do nothing. You're hired.
Oh, so you say we can get Brom to wrestle for us for on the cheap if we hire his girlfriend.
That's what it was. You have just cracked
Yeah.
the code, dude.
Into the fire! Whoa! I'm telling
She's
you.
hot though. I'll give her that.
Oh yeah, she's hot as hell. I
True.
mean, absolutely. But how about like acting somewhat interested in anything that's happening around you? Look at her
Hear
not
all
allowed to
the-
talk. I'll take that
Yeah.
microphone back, sir. Don't point it at her. She ain't got shit.
How are you feeling? I feel fine.
Look at that. Wait, is this her gimmick and I just didn't catch it till now?
What? That she doesn't talk?
She's too good for everybody and everything?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that her gimmick is supposed to be like, remember when China first came out? The female bodyguard that doesn't say anything or
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you have to look like China
in the
to pull that
stone
off.
face.
And she's like more than the bodyguard, supposed, or at least that's what I'm taking away from it.
It's his wiener guard.
We get it. He's a controlling, manipulative dick.
That bastard.
But yes, that was the end of NWA Powerrr.
And look at them credits with the stars and shit all fucking piece of shit looking. I love it.
Uh-huh.
I love everything about this low rent garbage looking shit that's not low rent at all. I love it.
Moving on up.
I hope everybody else fucking watched it like that. It's got 19,000 thumbs up and 240 thumbs down.
I'm doing one of those heart hand emojis like that one dude, that one MMA ref does.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
well, pull up your pants.
As well as like 12-year-old Asian girls do it a lot too. Yeah, anyway, I'm doing that thing right now because I like this show that much.
I know. That's why I told you to pull up your pants.
I didn't have pants on. You act like you don't even know. Have we met?
Right. I knew this motherfucker didn't have pants on. I at least started the show with them, but then like once NWA started, the pants came off again.
Pray for Mojo.
And that's our watch along for the debut episode of NWA Powerrr.
So, should we get into some wrestling talk for the week?
Sure.
What is
Well, anyone that watched Monday Night Raw would know that nothing on Monday Night Raw was worth discussing because it was a 3-hour stall for time.
It was bad.
I like what you called it, basically a glorified house show.
And then Corey gets on Twitter and says, yeah, it's almost like we're hitting the restart button. I wonder why. Like, we're stupid assholes for not being happy with a piece of shit episode of Raw. Fuck you, Corey. Grave mistake, Corey. Anyway.
You should stay off of Twitter. You don't do it so well.
And that's our Raw talk. Now.
Next.
Yeah, next. I guess
Tuesday
next will be like the Wednesday show.
Was NWA Powerrr, but we covered the shit out of that. So, yeah. What happened
There
Wednesday,
was-
guys?
Hey,
Yeah. Oh, AEW
on
Dark.
Tuesday, I wanted to talk about that because there was a lot of stuff that happened on that answered a lot of questions that we were going like, why did they just interrupt Jay and Bob, and why are Private Party all of a sudden coming out?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're talking about Wednesday.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
AEW Dark was on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Now I see what you're getting at.
Yeah, it's their Tuesday show that features the matches that were left out of the previous week's broadcast.
Okay.
The dark matches, ergo
Hence the name
AEW Dark.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I got it. I follow you.
Yeah, it's weird you didn't already know that. It was at all the wrestling news outlets, and it was even on last week and everything. So,
I
but
don't pay attention to wrestling news outlets.
I do. That's one of my problems. Every day I know everything. It's like I don't even care about this. Why am I paying attention?
It's funny, I had to follow that shit. I just see enough reactions about the different news for the day from other people to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
So,
AEW Dark, let's hear it, Daddy-O.
So the first match was Darby Allin versus CIMA, who is a veteran in Japan.
Yeah, he's the guy who trains all the Chinese guys. Go figure.
Darby keeps on going after CIMA's knees, and he's using that coffin drop again. First coffin drop, fail reversal into a power bomb.
Wow.
Second time he tries to go for the coffin drop, CIMA gets his knees up, which hurt both of them because of, it was sort of like that one thing we were watching, like, why would you just do that? He's been working your knee the whole match, and you put your knees up.
Right.
So, there was this really cool move that Darby does, and it's like he's running at the guy. He flips over and does like a running Canadian destroyer. But I think they call it something like a Yoshi Tonic.
Panama Sunrise?
And then this move looks badass, right? And of course CIMA kicks out.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
But then he finally does hit the coffin drop, and that's good enough to get the win.
The coffin drop's a great thing to call that move.
Because that's basically what it seems to be.
Because eventually he's going to die from it.
Especially if he keeps on hitting the apron like that.
It's like, man, he really was legit.
Let's see if Cheez lives.
I'm alive.
Woohoo!
No.
So evidently, Jack Evans and Angelico's team name is Hybrid 2.
Okay.
Alright.
So the second match is a 8-man tag match with Hybrid 2 and the Lucha Brothers versus Private Party and Best Friends. But this was a
Looks
match.
a lot of good guys, but I hate matches with 8 guys and shit.
Right. You know that
I'm not
was
gonna
fucking
talk much.
spot fest like a motherfucker.
Much about the match because of what she's just said.
Yeah, it was exactly what you'd think it was.
This match gives a little light into the Hybrid 2's spot interruption of Jay and Bob.
Yeah, explain
Where
that,
the
because I was like, what the
Private
hell are
Party
these
came out.
motherfuckers involved with anything?
Well, if it would have been on the show, you would have seen that they actually had a match later on and that those two were on separate teams.
Ah.
But it seemed really weird because of Hybrid 2 are supposed to be these bad guys and Lucha Bros are sort of like an in-between.
Tweeners.
But at the end, the Lucha Bros get the win with their Spike Pile Driver and Chuck Taylor from the Best Friends. But I thought the main significance of that was it solved the mystery of the interruption of Jay and Bob.
No doubt.
And as stoners, that's what matters most.
The mystery of Jay and Bob. Bing, bing, bong.
And we were wondering, like, one of the things we had said was, man, there was only one women's match. So they showed the other women's match that happened that night, which was a tag match with Bea Priestley and Penelope Ford versus Allie and Britt Baker, baby.
Baby. Well, good. How'd you get the black eye? Answer all my questions.
I have no idea about the black guy because if they actually said that happened before the match even.
Adam Cole,
Yeah.
baby.
I don't want to go there.
I did.
But it was a really slow-paced match, and I was really bummed because I know Penelope Ford can really go, and I've seen her, but she didn't seem to be pulling out any of her moves. It just seemed to move really slow. But Britt Baker hit that same new mandible claw submission that she's been doing.
Fiend's like, you motherfucker.
Well, it's a combination of it and like
It's like she
Like a
starts out doing Pete
stretcher.
Dunne submission,
yeah.
and then like reaches around with her
Another
arm
stretcher,
and starts
twister.
doing a mandible claw.
Yeah.
Huh.
A stretcher. What am I? A goddamn ambulance worker? Okay, anyway. The twister. It's called a twister. And then she sticks her fingers in your mouth, which makes it more powerful.
And then the main event for Dark was a rematch of Jurassic Express versus SCU. And
So Jurassic
was-
Express is all of them, including Marco
Stunt.
See, they're gonna really
And it-
ruin this for me.
Right, Marco.
and it was the exact same thing, and where Jungle Boy looks amazing, Luchasaurus looks amazing, Marco Stunt gets caught, and finisher done to him 1, 2, 3.
Well, it's clear what they're paying him for.
And that was AEW Dark.
All right. The Wednesday Night War, round 2. Ding, ding. How'd we do?
Well, might as well follow it up with AEW again. Go ahead, Mojo.
Yeah, hey.
Easily.
I literally didn't even watch AEW, so I need you guys to be here with me on this one.
All
right.
First half.
Oh, boy.
My bad.
It's all right, man. Shit.
I think that they started out with easily the match of the night, which was Private Party facing the Bucks. And it was one of those matches where unless you're writing down everything that happens, there's not one thing that you can really put above another.
I gotta tell you, even Jim Cornette was okay with that match. I don't know what to say about that. Actually, just real quick, not to interrupt you, but if people think that Jim Cornette's an AEW hater, you should listen to his recent episodes. He's actually really coming around, so he's fine. He's not what you think he is.
But in the end, not even the Young Bucks and their amazing super kick party could stop the most powerful move in wrestling. Today, Private Party gets the upset win with the roll-up.
Not the roll-up.
It was a fluke. Just kidding. It's never a fluke when a roll-up's involved.
Not with the most powerful move in the world.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match. I was surprised to see the Bucks lose. I'll admit that.
Yeah, they were almost saying that they considered the Bucks the number 1 seed and Private Party to be like an 8th seed.
Well, it's a huge upset.
Right off the get-go. And I have to admit that I was like really deflated because of the Bucks are my favorite team and everything. But later in the night, I saw where they were going with it, and I was like, okay, I'm okay with this now.
Spoiler alert to our future coverage here in a couple minutes.
Right.
Okay, next thing was Jericho's big promo with his new group.
The Inner Circle.
Which is LAX, Sammy Guevara, a.k.a. Wiz's boy toy, and Jake Hager.
Who he called Hagar. Never forget he called him Jake Hagar.
Yep, Hagar.
Oh.
Hashtag never
Jake
forget.
Hager.
Now, see, this part bothered me.
In the Inner Circle. Not to be confused with the Circle, that's Sammy Hagar.
Wow. Those are awesome. Close to each other.
What were we going to say?
So when he's...
Because I heard a funny thing about this also, and I'm wondering if you're about to say the same thing.
The shit with the crowd?
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay. No, the Jericho's running through introducing everybody. He gets to fucking Hager, and the crowd's chanting, "We the people."
Oh, sure.
And Jericho cuts him off after a second, and he's like, "We the people suck. It was made by a stupid fucking creative team or whatever."
We the people is dead. It was a bad gimmick wrote by a bad writing staff.
And the crowd just immediately just cheers their ass off, and it's like, y'all were just cheering that shit happily 10 seconds ago, and now you're like, yeah, fuck that, it's stupid.
He calls you idiots, and you're cheering him.
Yeah,
with a snap
we're dumb.
finger, Jericho goes, how he hates the Rhodes family. Dustin's a joke, and Dusty's a jerk. And that basically ends the promo, like him turning the crowd on him like that. So, I actually really liked Jericho's
Everyone
promo.
did.
It seemed like he had the crowd just eating out of his hand, and I just loved how he instantly like snapped his fingers and had them hating him right after that.
Everything I read and heard, everybody loved the Jericho promo. Was there like a skirmish or a scuffle after the promo?
Not after that one.
All right, it was later on. Okay. Well, the hilarious stuff I heard is later on. I'll wait for my time.
Sweet.
So evidently, I don't know how Jimmy Havoc got into this next match because of the winner of this would get a title shot against Jericho, but it's Jimmy Havoc versus Darby Allin.
Okay. Yeah, see, this is where
and I sort of, with the AEW Dark,
Fuck that. I'm out of here.
I could see where Darby Allin was getting a push like why he would be in that match, but this is
Right.
like I haven't really seen Havoc. Like he's really good, but I haven't seen him really do anything in the AEW light yet.
I heard he kind of god awful promo though. Like just fucking terrible.
This one really kind of reminded me of the Cody versus Darby, just in the fact that it was like Havoc controlling most of the match, and really once again showing how much of a beating Darby Allin can take.
Yeah.
Like, because it was basically Havoc beating Darby Allin to a pulp, and then out of nowhere, Darby Allin hits this flipping stunner where he runs up to him and...
You got to be flipping kidding me.
Right. Get the flip out of here.
He had a flipping stunner and the match is over. I was like, son of a flip.
Yeah, after he actually hits one of those coffin drops again.
Oh, he landed one. All right, good.
Now I think he's at even 50-50 now.
Oh, I hate 50-50 booking. Yeah, right. I tried.
Yep.
And that's why Darby Allin's now got a title shot for next week.
All right. Allen v. Jericho.
Huh.
In the women's match, which has ties to the match from Dark, was Sakura Kuru, who trained Riho,
Yeah, it's Riho's trainer. I remember hearing about that too. Yeah.
and beat Priestley again, versus Britt Baker, Bebe, and Riho.
No way. Trainer and trainee?
The student has surpassed the teacher. Okay.
And basically, not much to
Yeah.
say there. It seemed like it was another slow match, but they're really pushing Britt because of, once again, she is the one that gets to win with her mandible claw move on Sakura.
Did you know that
Sakura
Took
too.
is a dentist?
Mm-hmm. Legit.
DDS.
I know they mentioned it 1,000 times. Okay, never mind.
1,000, that's it? You haven't been paying enough attention.
That one bombed.
Anyone else? Or what else happened? I mean,
Next match was one that people were talking about for the wrong reasons, with referees letting stuff slide and everything. It was Sean Spears with Tully Blanchard versus John Moxley.
oh yeah, damn it. See, I missed this one too.
Fuck. That it was probably a good match. Damn it.
Alright, this sounds like it's got potential.
Fuck.
So, of course, it starts out with Moxley taking quick control of the match until, you guessed it, Tully interferes.
Yep.
And when the ref's not looking, throws him into steel steps. And we know how they're so solid.
They were like 700 pounds.
Yeah, or more. And then that's where Spears basically takes control of the match, which still isn't good enough because of basically like a Randy Orton type thing. Moxley out of nowhere hits his finisher.
Dirty deeds out of nowhere. Whatever they're
I don't
calling
know
it
what
now.
they're calling it now. That's what was coming to my head, was just, I still call it Dirty Deeds.
Until they tell me otherwise.
And so I was wondering why Pac was on commentary and everything.
Sorry, he said pack and it just made me laugh.
Ass pack.
Moxley was about to go up the ramp and Kenny Omega comes out. And in one hand he's got a barbed wire bat, the other one he's got a barbed wire broom.
And he throws him the bat.
And then
Here,
Pac
have a
attacks
thing to
from
hurt me.
behind. And basically stops anything from happening there.
I'm here to fuck you up, but I notice you don't have a weapon yourself, and it's only fair that I arm you before I... Okay, anyway. All right. I'm
I
sorry,
have honor, sir.
That's funny. Okay. Yeah, it's a joke. Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
So
I can't do the Seth laugh well, and I'm fucking sick apparently.
Actually, I have a drop of it now.
So
Fair enough.
now we're to the main event, which is Dustin Rhodes and Hangman Page versus Jericho and Wiz's boy toy,
Oh, yeah.
Sammy.
He's not
Guevara.
my boy toy. He's just a sexy boy.
That's what Jericho said too.
Thank you.
He's a middle-aged man toy.
With Hager in their corner, who you know isn't going to do anything.
Okay, here's... I guess now all this... Yeah, Hager's obviously the muscle, right? The heavy?
Mm-hmm.
He's the big guy of the group, right?
Yep.
When the shit pops off, he runs away. You had one job.
So.
Well, he wasn't running away fast because I hear he can't drive 55.
Oh, boy.
At least that would be what JR would have you believe.
Oh, son of a bitch.
He's running away, goddamn it.
And I'm not talking about my barbecue sauce.
It's like, man,
Well,
am I glad I got this big, scary, muscly guy to look out for me, and he runs away when he hears the slightest hint of danger. He's gone.
I'm out of here, fuck it.
Yeah,
Well, he does his job, though. He interferes enough that Jericho and Guevara seem to pretty much dominate the match because of his outside.
Okay, I didn't watch the match, and I bet you're exactly right, but I just heard that he immediately ran away, and he's the muscle guy, and it made me laugh out loud, and I'm like, I'm bringing that up on the show, even though I didn't watch it.
Because if there's some kind of thing that he's doing outside, and it distracts Dustin, and Jericho hits him with the Judas effect.
Which is a very, very protected move for some reason.
Hate it.
That's stupid.
The one thing I had to say about this match was, if you told a wrestling fan that Dustin Rhodes and Hangman Page were in a tag team match, and which member do you think really carried the match? I think most people would straight go to Hangman.
I would say Dustin. Because I know what he can do.
Dustin really shined in this match.
I'm sure he did.
Like the little bit that they were doing that, like when they got to have their 5 minutes of shining.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. You made me want to actually go back and watch this fucking episode, even though I'm like, hey, it's already passed. We're not going to talk about it anymore, but now I want to go check it out. Fucker. And we haven't even done NXT yet.
Nope.
And so afterwards, all three of them start beating up on Dustin. Hangman comes in and then just basically ends up fighting Hager to the back. And that's what you actually saw, because of when Hangman finally came to, he basically just started going after Hager, and they basically fought into the back, and that was basically the end for them for the night.
He's like, you son of a bitch, you ruined Van Halen.
And so then the other two are left,
Wish you were David Lee Roth, motherfucker.
and they start beating up Dustin, so Cody comes out to save them, which in turn makes LAX come out. And so now they're beating up Cody and Dustin. MJF comes out, and there's a brief moment where they think that the inner circle thinks that he's going to turn on Cody. And he actually comes out and just starts nailing every single one of the chair.
Drama.
And the crowd's just loving it that MJF, like, stood behind Cody and everything.
Yeah.
And so he's just overdoing it. Like, just really popping to the crowd and basically turns right into a code breaker.
Sweet.
So then basically the Bucks come down now and start a super kick party. And
I went to one of those and it sucks.
This is the part that I finally felt better about them losing, because they immediately went after Ortiz and Santana, and I was going, okay, if they start a thing where we get 3 matches or more with the Bucks against Ortiz and Santana, I'm good with that.
That's how you line them up.
And so now they're taking advantage of that, and Jericho has somehow snuck out of the ring while everybody else is getting beat down, and he's got his belt and everything. He's about to go up the ramp, and that's when Darby Allin, out of nowhere, comes skating down the ramp on a skateboard, jumps off and does this flying clothesline, and then proceeds to beat Jericho's back with his skateboard. And that skateboard does not give. Darby Allin has a legit skateboard.
It's real wood and everything.
Marley popped for that spot.
She sure did. She loved it.
Said, fuck yeah. Rode down on the fucking skateboard. Rode down on the skateboard. It was great.
I wish I had a skateboard, then I wouldn't have to walk my own fat ass around.
See, Marley just misunderstood what I said. She thought I said the Young Barks.
Oh,
Their names are actually Young
okay,
Bucks.
good lord. You gotta stay an extra 5 minutes for that one.
My trick
Tension.
All right, is that it for AEW Dynamite?
Indeed.
Okay. It sounds explosive.
So I did watch NXT.
NXT time. Join me for a spot of NXT.
Yeah. NXT kicked off with a hell of a match, actually. It was the Cruiserweight Championship match. Lio Rush and Drew Gulak. The one we thought was going to be on the pay-per-view, so we made picks for just in case. And that was the only one that said Lio Rush, I think.
Oh,
Well,
did he win and you're fucking rubbing it in?
Lio Rush won that shit.
Son of a bitch.
I wasn't even
Bastard.
disappointed. I was just like surprised, and I was going, I'll take it. Just because you don't usually see that in a non-pay-per-view.
Yeah. It was a good match, too.
And just coming back to just that quickly.
Well, but also they did, they are quote unquote losing the ratings war, so I wouldn't be surprised if they had like kind of bigger matches on there. It's not an amazing surprise to me anyway.
No, it was a pretty good back and forth match. Like, fucking, there were some cool spots in it. After Leo won the title, Gulak came up and yanked the title out of his hand, and then gave it back to him and shook his hand like he wanted to present him the title. So, like a show of respect. But basically, there won't be any kind of rematch or anything from the looks of it. They're just right the fuck on.
Which makes me remember that there's a reason for that. We'll get into that with SmackDown talk.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm ready to smack that shit down.
Well, we're almost there.
Oh, I know.
Next, we got Rhea Ripley annihilating Aaliyah.
Who is she facing?
Aaliyah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I hate Aaliyah, so I couldn't have been happier about this, honestly.
I was very happy with that match.
It sounds like it was a squasherino.
I just fucking. It was pretty quick.
Excellent. Ouch.
Nothing great about it. Just pretty quick. That was what was nice about it. Huh. I had to, I couldn't remember some of the fucking whole thing, and now I remember why. Apparently I went out for a smoke or something. I missed an entire match. The Forgotten Sons defeated Brazongo.
Oh, well, if you're going to miss one, it could be that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah, if that
probably
was
why.
on Hulu, they would have cut that one.
Right.
If I was in charge of what got kept and what would be deleted, I
I
would
think that
delete
was
that.
on Hulu. Yeah,
Well, I
the whole
would
thing on
delete
there.
that.
Yeah. Delete.
And then next we had Cameron Grimes versus Boa, and like the bell rang and Cameron Grimes points like, "Who the fuck is that?" And Boa looks, and Cameron Grimes stomps his ass immediately. Like hits him with that fucking double fucking, basically just a stomp.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Drove him down, fucking hit the 1, 2, 3.
Really?
But he was actually pointing at it was that quick. But he was actually pointing at Killian Dane, who was walking down the ramp. So as soon as he got the 1, 2, 3, he hopped the fuck out the ring and took off. And Killian Dane proceeded to kill Boa some more.
That's actually kind of funny. I'll just leave this here and go.
Yeah. So, yeah, he said he screamed like this is the beginning or some shit, and then took off. So he's gonna fucking be coming back and killing more people weekly, maybe.
Murder.
That's what I would.
You know what he'd be great for, and it'll never happen, but like they need a modern day 911 for Raw.
Yeah, who just walks out and destroys motherfuckers and goes away.
Yeah, no contest. Moving on. I would love that. We need a modern day 911 for sure. I want that gimmick.
It could be, let me see, who'd be good at it?
But you know the crowd would fucking overdo it. They'd be chanting that shit like every match.
So there's a guy down in NXT developmental, I can't remember his name, but he's like gigantic, but he's super athletic. He'd be perfect for that.
Yeah.
Dan something.
I don't know.
Oh, I should know his name.
I know who you're talking about. I've seen a picture of him.
He is fucking huge, but he's not slow and huge. He's like an athlete that's huge. All right. I'll shut up about that guy, but yeah, he could do that role just fine.
Is his last name something like Matha?
Yes, it is. Dan Matha, thank you very much.
Well done.
My man. Yeah, dude, fucking Google that guy. You'll be like, what the fuck?
What the hell? Well, speaking of athletic big motherfuckers, they did a little vignette for Keith Lee and Dominic Dijakovic again. And then also one for Damian Priest and Pete Dunne. So they're building those up.
Cool. I like both of those matches.
Yep. And then after that we got Roderick Strong and Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who
This,
you might remember
went back and
is
forth a lot, actually.
Shane Swerve Strickland or Killshot from Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground. Yep. Yeah, it was wasn't a bad match. They gave Swerve a decent amount of offense in this match. But of
I
course,
think they
Roderick
really
fucking-
put Swerve quite a bit over
Yeah.
there, made him look really good.
he got more offense in than
Well, that
fucking
probably means he's going to
Roddy.
be on TV more now.
Possibly. But in the end, of course, fucking Roddy picked up the win. Undisputed Era came down and fucking distracted Swerve.
I was
so.
just going to say, was it a clean win? Of course not.
Yeah, not quite.
I almost don't
Yeah,
want one
but-
out of them guys. I love when they
Let me
interfere. It's what
explain.
they
Let me
do.
explain for them and everything. Undisputed was just moving their belts around and stuff. Like they couldn't help it. The lights shined off them. Like maybe he couldn't help but look at all the gold.
It's a distraction.
Yeah. Adam Cole was on the outside
Exactly.
saying, "Don't you look at my belt?
That's all.
Don't you get blinded?"
See, He's so good at like reading lips.
Don't you suffer retinal damage. Don't you? Okay. Don't you dare let that be the
after-
reason you lose the match. Don't you get pinned.
After that,
hey, don't you get
Velveteen
pinned for the
Dream
recount.
pops up on the enough with your Adam Cole.
Hey, don't you continue your NXT recap.
Yep. Fucking Dream pops up on the screen. And I can't remember what he's saying, but he's talking to fucking Roddy, and he throws up a picture of Roderick Strong laying naked on a couch with the title across his fucking
I seen
crotch.
that on Twitter, and I was like, what the shit? Is Heyman booking this
Yeah,
shit?
Dream,
And then,
Dream knows how to use Photoshop.
Yeah, he shows another picture, and there's no title. It's just him laying there naked, all blurred out and shit. Like, oh, yay. I can't remember what the fuck he was saying. I think maybe I couldn't hear it, maybe, and I just didn't go back. But, yeah. For some reason they were doing that.
He was like,
And then,
look at your tiny white penis. Or maybe not that.
well, after that chocolate.
You, like,
Look at that tiny white thing.
I'd like to take this.
The blur wasn't very big. Sorry.
It was like after you heard like what Jericho did in a promo, like sort of like freestyling. You could definitely tell with the Velveteen Dream promo that okay, this one seems really scripted.
He's reading this off his palm.
Right.
That's why he's wearing those glasses. You see the cue cards in the third eye.
It's written on the inside of the glasses. All of those fucking lines are etched in with the laser.
He's got the teleprompter. Starts fucking up. He's like, fuck it!
Do it live!
Fucking thing sucks!
Don't write it! Alright.
Well, after that, Ciampa's music hits. And he comes out with his camouflage crutch. And he sits down in the ring and he says, Goldie, Daddy's home.
I bet the crowd loved
Yeah,
that.
I would. Yep, of course they did.
For me, that NXT episode was the opposite of like Hell in the Cell. Everything was all about the ending because of that was my favorite part of the whole episode was the ending with Ciampa coming up.
But that wasn't even the end of the episode. That was just the end of that segment. Because after that, we had Bianca Belair and Dakota Kai.
Captain of Team Kick.
Yep.
I bet she probably won, too, because she's back, right?
No.
Oh, she lost, really? Okay.
Yep. So yeah, Belair picks up the win.
I'm surprised.
And,
I was too.
yep.
Because I thought they were with that big dominating wins that she has been having that maybe they were just doing the oh no tour.
I mean, yeah, Dakota Kai got in some offense, but Belair fucking kind of whipped her ass for the most part.
Well, good, though.
So then after that, we got the main event. Surprised you don't remember this being the main event or the end of it, Mojo. We got Walter
I meant
versus
to
Kushida.
basically say that was my favorite part of them.
Oh, okay.
Because of, wasn't it Walter and...
Yeah, Walter and Kushida, which was...
Yep.
Like, I was not looking forward to this match, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yeah, this isn't gonna... This seems like it's gonna suck. I was wrong.
All right.
It was actually a pretty decent fucking match.
I
Like, I felt
believe
that.
it. It's Walter. I mean, he knows how to wrestle.
Yeah,
He
well,
knows
both
how
of
to
them,
call a match.
both of them undefeated in NXT so far, so it was like a battle of the undefeateds.
Oh, nice.
And
So-
there were times where Kushida would be on such a roll and pull up so many moves in a row that you thought for just half a second that he could pull it off.
Yeah.
Spoiler
I hit him
alert.
with the fucking roll up, and I thought it was all but over. I was like, oh my god, Kushida's gonna win on this roll up. But fucking Walter powered out to like the absolute last second. It was crazy. It was as close to a 3 as you ever get.
It was almost like at the end, though, that it was like, okay, I'm done playing with this little man now.
All right, you're dead now.
Bam!
Bam.
Shazam and abracadabra.
You are dead, and so is your win streak. Or win streak.
Then I woke up in a hospital bed. I said, how did I get here?
Did anybody get the license plate of that Mack truck?
Yeah. You hit him with the ripcord lariat.
That sounds like it
1,
hurts.
2, 3.
The 1, 2, 3.
Didn't even need a big boot.
Yep, and that was the end of NXT.
Yeah, I guess that leaves the best show of the week, SmackDown. Well, it's like I have like all this like technical information, but I do also have opinions on the show here. But there's a lot of stuff we had to like learn on this particular episode.
Well, side note.
Well, some things that we learned, like, after it went off, like, enhancement talent for a word like teams like the B team and the people that you didn't see get picked on.
Well,
first night
on the episode, so they referred to them as undrafted free agents. I have the list of all of them here.
Well, they're still not being the draft, though, so how can they call them
enhancement
undrafted
now?
free?
Is that what they're calling them? Enhancement? They're actually using that word?
Maybe.
No.
I was just going to say, that's not a very good word to use for Cesaro.
I didn't see him on the list that I had.
Chad Gable, Cesaro, EC3, Humberto Carrillo, Akira Tozawa,
Cesaro's still out there.
Sin Cara, Eric Young, Heath Slater, Drew Gulak, Tamina,
Okay.
and the B team.
Here's the ones that I had on the list. Raw had gotten EC3, Eric Young, Sin Cara.
Okay.
Now SmackDown got Apollo, Heath Slater, Tamina, and the B team.
Apollo wasn't even on the free agent list. That's hilarious.
So,
all right, well, let's
now
not.
after I said those names, now tell me those guys win all sorts of matches.
That sounds more like a "we wish you all the best in your future endeavors" list.
Right.
But here's the one that call up that was surprising
Gulak.
on this list. Yep. He's evidently going to be a SmackDown superstar now.
Well, that's why he dropped his belt. All right.
Yep. Ta-da!
And now you know he's half the battle.
And fucking now that SmackDown's on Fox, like as of this morning, I still couldn't watch this shit on Hulu. So that's gonna suck.
We know a little place to watch it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's where I watched it inevitably, but
All right, this
I was actually gonna
episode
watch it on Hulu.
opens with, well, that doesn't open with, but the first match is Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins to see who gets the first pick in the draft.
Skip.
The Fiend comes up through a hole in the ring and drags Rollins all down in there, but then he just comes back out. And, they could have did that differently. How about leaving him down in there and then the
Rollins jumped back out like he got poked in the butt with something.
How about, like, the referees have to, like, crawl down the hole and then they come out and then Rollins comes out or something like that. But anyway, whatever, that's what happens. Rollins wins by DQ and Raw gets the first pick. That's the whole point of the match. That's what matters.
No, the real point of that was, what the hell happened to Roman? He just
Yeah,
disappeared.
he's like, so yeah.
Yeah, I see what the Fiend
like,
does.
that's
I ain't
like
fucking
you.
around.
Yeah, he Hagered it up, didn't he? All right. I'm just gonna run down the lists of the draft picks real quick. Raw picks up the man Becky Lynch, the OC.
Wait, but who was presenting these these draft picks?
Fucking Stephanie McMahon.
Oh,
Not
Oh.
all the people that they brought in, not all the big names from the NFL, and the two different fucking.
Thank you for saying that, Cheez, because it made me remember a point I had.
They're
Something-
working with two different networks. They got a bunch of stars. They got sports people, all these quote-unquote presenters. But Stephanie just read everybody's name.
Yep.
She just
So-
stood there the whole damn night. It was like the Stephanie McMahon show.
When Roman came out, I noticed that I heard this huge pop, right? But then when Seth Rollins came out, I couldn't tell if it was the crowd did not react at all, or they just lowered the volume so low that they didn't want you to hear what they were actually thinking.
So pretty much either he got a lot of booze and they lowered the volume, or he got fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And
I know
Crickets.
Stephanie got nothing because
that Steph got up on stage and actually had to make a comment and say,
Where's
What?
my booze?
"Yeah, where's my
Yeah.
boots?"
she got no reaction at all, and she actually even said something about it, like, "Ha."
Yeah, exactly.
Begging for a reaction at this point.
Yeah, but you got no sold.
Look at me.
All right.
No booze.
Now, Raw gets the man Becky Lynch, the OC Drew McIntyre, RKO, Ricochet, Lashley, Alexa, Kevin Owens, Natalya, the Viking Raiders, Nikki Cross, and the Street Profits are now officially on Raw. And SmackDown picks up Roman Reigns, The Fiend Bray Wyatt, Sasha Banks. There you go, Cheese Man. It's boss time!
We still gotta live
I
with that
knew
shit.
instantly. I just heard Michael Cole's fucking voice. Fuck you. Fuck
Of
this.
course, yeah.
Braun Strowman, Lacey Evans, The Revival.
That one was surprising to me. I did not see Braun going to SmackDown. I thought for sure his ass would stay on Raw.
Yeah, I hear that. Lucha House Party and Heavy Machinery. So
Boo.
now
I hate Lucha House Party.
here's the fun part. A couple days prior to the draft, WWE released a list of everyone who would be available in the draft on each night. And it didn't take long to figure out that that list was the exact order in which everybody was drafted in. So everybody, they spoiled their own fucking draft, and everybody
Fucking
knew who was up
idiots.
next for the whole rest of the night after they figured that out.
Oh my god.
Well, evidently, you had one that had Cesaro on it, and Cesaro's still not on officially on.
He's undrafted. He's an undrafted free agent. Now, I do have a few notable unlisted motherfuckers.
Well, you
People that
didn't-
are not on any lists and available anywhere and have not been mentioned. Would you like to hear them?
Yeah, side note, there
The
was
match that's supposed to be on Raw.
what's that?
I was wondering. Well, they saved half of the roster for the second half of the draft on Raw.
Yeah. Notice fucking Seth Rollins didn't get drafted.
No, he
Is he
didn't.
not in the pool?
I'm wondering if the champs are.
He might be for Monday. I don't
Yeah.
have the Monday list, but what I do have are some notable names that weren't on either list, including the free agents. They're just not being in any way mentioned. And I thought a few of them were interesting.
Okay. Go for it.
The Hardy Boys, the Usos, Leo Rush. Go figure that one out. How about
Because Leo's in NXT right now.
How
He
about
just
Zelina
grabbed prison
Vega?
weight.
Naomi. Lars, of course, but that one don't surprise me. Lana, the Kanellises, Nia Jax, Mickey James, Ruby Riott, Alicia Fox, The Ascension, and the Colons, I like to call them. Are
Well, a lot
on
of those are
no
Yeah,
list
injured or
anymore.
just not. Yeah, a lot of them are either injured or they're just not using them at all right now.
Sure.
Are no longer with the company
Well.
and are doing their own thing in Puerto Rico. And actually,
Who?
there's a paper, the clones.
Oh, okay. Well,
They went back to Puerto Rico and are huge down there, of course.
huge colons.
And there's actually going to be a pay-per-view, and the main event is going to be the clone brothers facing each other.
Well, that's gonna draw nobody.
All right. Well, I guess that brings us.
Not being that's where they're from, and
Yeah, fair
clone
enough.
name is
Yeah.
really big down there.
I guess that brings us to the Bailey situation.
Funny side note, I had heard something. I swear I had heard something that supposedly Rollins and Reigns are supposed to be like captains or whatever of the shows, and we're gonna be making the draft picks. So when I seen the first pick from SmackDown was Roman Reigns, I popped. I was like, Roman Reigns picked him fucking self first. That's hilarious. But then unfortunately that wasn't the case.
That would have been great.
But I was popped for a second. Ignorance was bliss. Anyway.
What happened to Bailey? She's changed her look. She's come out there with an axe handle with 2 hook knives on it and ruined her wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men. She's cut some of her hair off.
I was down with all that.
So Bailey, what does that culprit look like? He look like a tube man.
Mojo thinks she looks like Miss Swan. I like her with the shorter hair.
I think she looks great.
Yep, me too. The attire is whatever.
But I already feel like that loss that she suffered to Bianca Belair on NXT this week was sort of rough for this new gimmick Bailey's trying to do.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. As far as her ring gear goes,
either.
I don't see much of a difference. I mean, it's not as colorful, sure, but there's nothing drastic about it. But I wish what they would have did. I wish they would have gave her they kind of give her what appears to be a somewhat darker character, more angry and shit. So I wish her music would have fucking translated that more instead of some stock bullshit that WWE had laid on the shelf. But it would have been cool if she'd have came out, cut down the fucking tube men, dropped her fucking hood to reveal, or ripped off the fucking jacket to reveal the new ring gear or whatever, and her new music hits as she rips off the jacket or whatever. I think that would have been a better presentation to get this new character over completely.
I agree.
Kind of make it sink in. And I feel after that she should have went down and actually kind of dominated the match, not necessarily squashed, but she should have fucked Charlotte up really good.
I actually agree with that. Even though she
solidify
actually
her.
won the belt, I do agree that it should have looked a little angrier.
Yeah, there was times where she was doing the pouty shit kind of, and I was like, this doesn't mix with what they're trying to portray the character, or what it comes off as they're trying to portray this character as.
Sure.
It's like they're fucking condescending themselves. They're not fully sure what they're doing with this character, or at least maybe Bailey's not fully sure what to do with it or how to present it, so I don't know. It could have been done better. I don't hate it. Mojo apparently fucking is not a fan at all.
At least not the look.
Yeah, not the look. I was all for a Bailey heel turn.
I think
Yeah.
since way
do
back in
not
our
like
earliest episodes, we've been talking about that.
Yeah.
Like episode 2 or some shit, we most likely brought that up. Wouldn't it be great if we had a heel turn from Bailey? Wouldn't that be just what she needs?
Because to me, it looks like basically the look is Miss Swan's haircut wearing Tessa Blanchard's outfit.
Yeah. She did look a bit like Tessa.
Hey, fuck you guys. No, I can agree with that.
No, I haven't seen something like that on Twitter. It was kind of copy your homework like you have, but don't copy it word for word or some shit. And there was a picture of Tessa and then a picture of the new Bailey.
With
Yep.
very similar outfits.
I didn't see I didn't see her winning when she came out and did all this. Once she did win it, I'm like, oh fuck, they really should have did this better if they were gonna have her pulling the title off of Charlotte again already. They kind of missed the boat on this one, I think. They could have made it, like I said, better. They could have had
a little more dramatic
more
of a
decisive.
change.
Yeah.
That and Charlotte had just won her 10th and everything. If you were going to go that direction and have Bayley come out with this new character and she was going over, why wouldn't you make it look as strong as possible?
Yeah, just have Bayley come out just showing like this fucking side of rage that nobody's ever seen before, and have Charlotte play off the whole shock, like it catches her off guard because, you know, nobody's ever seen Bayley like this. And just play off of that. It's not that fucking hard.
But it almost went the opposite. She starts out taking out the inflatable wacky tube men, and then gets into the ring, and all of a sudden she relieved all her anger on those tube men, and
Yeah, she was still catching her breath. She just wore the fuck out from the tube men. The tube men trained and wore her down.
now you know why they had to go.
Hey, is it just me, or did these motherfuckers have no idea what to do with Aleister Black?
Oh, was Alistair on again this week? I might have missed that.
He wants someone to pick a fight with him.
Again.
It's the dumbest shit ever. Braun Strowman's the new Andre the Giant. He's never gonna sniff a championship. He's an attraction. He's a big scary man that Vince McMahon can use to look cool at fucking house shows.
He's gonna be Big Show 2.0.
He's never getting a belt. I'm over even thinking about it. Kofi's run is all the fucking way done, folks. Let's just move on and get over it, because he didn't even mention it, and they're not gonna.
Nope.
And finally, I'm pretty sure that Chuck is gonna break Dad's record.
Oh yeah.
They are lining her up to have the new all-time championships record. It's just obviously.
WrestleMania 2022, she officially breaks the record.
And obviously, the number one overall pick, the man, Becky Lynch, is the face of the company now. They got a lot of faith in her, man. I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm
was
glad.
the number one overall
I'm super
pick.
glad that she did it. She did it, you know what I mean? We got one. One of the people that
Not
the
gonna lie,
fans
though, man.
liked. We got one in there. We got one.
Yeah, I've been kind of up and down with her lately, though. Like,
Well, oh, of course, but that ain't her fault.
yeah.
I just mean they clearly look at her as a draw now, and I'm just happy to see that.
Yeah.
All right, that's all my opinions and everything. I'm done with you people. That's it for SmackDown, unless you got anything else.
You can't make me talk about that anymore.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I'll start things off with our Facebook shoutouts.
It's time to stop, okay? No more.
Hey, Mojo, did we get anything on the gram this week?
We got one. Got one. Side note, Suplex started following us.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Or ma'am. Or multiple people. Or a third thing. How did we do for retweets this week on episode 78, sir?
Oh, we got retweets from Dirt Sheet Dudes.
Hey.
It's your boy, Bubs.
Hey, holy shit, he retweeted it. All right.
And Mojo G. England.
Hey.
Dang it.
Fuck that guy.
But you know what? That does bring us along to the regulators.
Shit.
Regulators! Mount.
Mount.
Yeah. Regulators. Okay. It's Millen time.
Yeah,
You see what I did there? Like Miller time, but Millen?
Yep, Millen time. As in Steven Millen.
Stephen Millen!
Stephon Million.
That guy. That's
Make sure you check him
letterboxed.
out at letterboxd.com. Letterboxed, but without the E for boxed.
Shout out, Steve.
Another big shout out to It's Your Boy.
I'm sure we'll be hearing from him in like 2 or 3 weeks or whenever the next piece of shit show is.
Another shout out Dirt Sheet Dudes with Boxman and Anthony.
Fuck yeah. What's up, fellas?
Love those dudes. Fucking great dudes. Make sure you check out Boxman and Anthony on Hollywood Hangouts.
Do it.
They were on just last night.
What you should do is listen to Hollywood Hangout, and then afterward go to letterbox.com and track down Stephen Millen's review of the same movie, which it's practically got to be there, and then see how they line up.
Awesome!
And then compare notes.
And then make sure you also check out Wrestling Overdose with Shaheen.
It's an overdose.
Every time I do, I wake up in the back of an ambulance because they just stuck an adrenaline needle in my heart.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, but it's a great show, so I keep doing it every fucking week.
Man,
Well,
but
every
that needle man, feel that nuclear heat. Right there.
Yeah, make sure you check out Nuclear Heat Graphics. Wrestling Soup.
Oh, damn, that's good shit.
Anthony Missionary Thomas, Joseph Numbers, and John Draper. Make sure you always check them out.
You can go to like Kroger and get a can of soup, or like Walmart, or any place that has soup, sure, but
Man,
it's just not like homemade.
Yeah. And today was actually the return of the shitbox. So yes, make sure you check out.
Of shitbox. Return of shitbox. Okay.
So yeah, make sure you check out the Sunday morning shitbox.
Return of shitbox. Return of shitbox. Return of shitbox. Return of shitbox. Return of shitbox. Return of shitbox. Return of shitbox. Return of shitbox.
Used to be the Saturday morning shitbox.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Now
say,
it's
wasn't it
Sunday.
Saturday? Sure.
Yep, now it's Sunday.
Return of shitbox.
But yeah, after the normal show on Thursdays, make sure you stick around on Mixlr to check out the WNC.
God, it's 11:15 and I just yelled that really loud all through my house.
Oops. And
Love
that's
you,
with
Dave.
Papa Dave, Johnny Florida,
Love you, Johnny.
Michael Andolini,
You're so.
Corvin, and Jank.
Always a pleasure.
Love those dudes.
Indeed.
It is a
Make
great
sure you
show.
check out the Don Tony Kevin
Every time
Castle
I
show.
catch it, I'm like, this is very listenable. Sorry, yeah, Don, Tony, Kevin,
Sorry.
Castle. Didn't mean to step
Yeah,
on
you're
your
good.
shout out. You guys can catch it.
Make sure you check out the Inhuman Experience. Our boys, the Bobbies, Bobby Anthem and Bobby Blades.
That was my inhuman voice.
Bobby.
Make sure you check out Bobby Anthem's solo show, In Search of My Lost Soul.
Do it.
It's like
Big
not
shout
even a
out, Bobby.
podcast. It's like a experience. It's a ride.
Yep. It's an Inhuman Experience almost.
Speaking of Bobby, check out Fuck This Job featuring Burbs. That's on YouTube and like other places.
Yep. Great song. Bob's like, what? You motherfucker, get in the corner! Hey, you know those two other motherfuckers over there by go by the name Yuck Nasty and Dog Baby.
Yuck. Nasty.
Next on the list is our Brothers in Smoke, Suplex City Limits.
Yes.
Suplex City Limits.
Jim and Tyler, the fellas.
Original home of Burbs.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you check out Jason Solomon, Solomonster SoundCloud.
Do it. I actually
Do it
did
now.
after Hell in a Cell, and it wasn't as super pissed as I thought it was going to be, but it was fun still. It was more like he was explaining what the fuck is wrong with these people and what they need to immediately change about themselves.
Yep. Immediately.
Yeah.
Like, even faster than immediately.
Like on the prior Saturday would have been great.
But next on the list, check out the Transcontinental Project, The Sensible Sand, and Luke Birch.
Suck it, Birch.
Luke Birch. Fuck Luke. No, they've been absent the last few weeks, but we remain hopeful that they will return.
I
soon.
hold out hope every Tuesday. I'm like, hopefully I don't have, or hopefully I have an excuse. They have, okay. Me trying to talk, take 3, and action. Hopefully I have an excuse to lay in bed for 3 hours Tuesday night. That's all I was trying to say, folks. You see how hard it is for me being a stutterer to try to be... Okay, anyway.
Yes, we hope they're back very soon.
Yes, please.
Make sure you check out Klondike Bill on Twitter. No one funner to follow on Twitter than Klondike Bill. It's pathetic with Scott and Rybread.
Yeah, that's not pathetic. It's weird that he's not here tonight. He's been to all of our shit lately. It's weird he's not in the chat tonight.
Yeah. Miss you, Scotty.
We love you, buddy.
Scott Greer, not queer, everybody.
It's a damn shame.
Make sure you check out Norwal on YouTube. Not Norwal Music, just Norwal now. Check it out.
Yeah, buddy, I'm going to need a couple of comments out of you pretty soon or I'm cutting you from this list.
Oh yeah, speaking of YouTube comments, shout out to Lydia Bryant, who's apparently a Burbs fan.
She loves her some Burbs, and I guess we're okay too in small doses. But mainly Burbs was the thing that she was tripping about.
I was looking at the comments, I'm like, oh, this chick actually likes us. And then I got down further, I was like, oh, she just likes Burbs. But
Shout out,
and
Lydia.
last but not least, on the shout outs as always, motherfucking Spade.
Oh, you know that motherfucker's paid.
You know it.
It doesn't really matter if you're looking him up on the internet, but he writes his name out in all caps.
Yes, yeah, he does, doesn't he? I didn't even pay attention to that.
But it doesn't really matter. You can look it up either way. It'll come up the same. Obviously.
Yeah, you can't even find him on Twitter or anything like that, so you can find him elsewhere.
He's really not on Twitter?
He's really not on Twitter. Alright, that's it for the fucking shoutouts.
My testicles are perfectly adequate.
Episode 79 of Wrestling's Hammerworks just about cashed. I've been your host, Schloss Cheeseman.
And believe me, Schloss, SCHLOSS, is an actual cheese.
Joined along with
Mojo Double Evil Elvisaurus.
And I'm G Whizasaurus. Check us out on Facebook. That's facebook.com/thehighmarks. And you can get us on Twitter. That's twitter.com/thehighmarks. Get us on the gram at instagram.com/thehighmarks. Our original home is YouTube, but you can also get the audio-only version at anchor.fm/thehighmarks. It's usually there about a half hour before everything else, so if you'd like to be first. Of course, you can always catch our links on WrestlingSoup.com. And fuck Podcoin. They did. They died. They did. They gone. We're going to have our guy, Andy Kindler, take us out this week, if there's nothing further, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
No, sorry.
Okay, take us out, Andy.
My wife and I enjoy watching the Real Housewives of various areas. And at the end of the show, they say to learn more about the Real Housewives, go to bravotv.com. Where can I go to learn less about the Real Housewives? Is there an area of the internet where I can log on and get an electric shock that will remove the memory of just the last hour of my life? Thank you, everybody. You were wonderful. You were so nice.
Ignorant.
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
First,
Ignorant.
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
Thanks for tuning in. It's going to be a great show. Boom, 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 boom.
That's going to be a fucking hilarious gag.
Ignorant.
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
And I'm the balls.
Ignorant.
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
And I just wanted to make clear the Dawsons are not the creek or any relation to Scott.
Ignorant!
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
Ignorant!
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
Ignorant!
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
Twist his dick!
Ignorant!
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
Schlapple sauce.
Ignorant!
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
Rawiness.
But not in a good way.
Ignorant!
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
I'll start things off. Sorry, I was throwing something away. What does it matter if I do it right now? I'll start things off with our Facebook shout-outs.
Ignorant!
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
You can be the asshole or the taint.
Ignorant!
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
And don't worry, I'm going to edit out the uncomfortable silence after the child snatching joke.
Ignorant!
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
Fuck this pod. Fuck it, I quit. The producer's
You can't take any more of this shit.
Wait a minute, what the fuck did you just say, Cheese Man?
The producer's a prick, and we don't make shit.
Well, let me see.
Just kidding. Love the show.
I'm just gonna.
Producer, okay. I mean, he's all right.
We'll be back in a minute, folks. I'm just gonna mute a couple of people. We'll be back with
Bye.
G Whiz's high marks.
Gee whiz as the high mark.
Bye. See you in hell.
You're listening to Wrestle Whiz.
Wrestle whiz. Oh shit. Solo show.
And trust me when I say that nobody watching ever wanted that! Ignorant!
Come on, you disappoint me, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages, WWE Sunday धमाल में सब कुछ होने वाला है वो सब कुछ होने वाला है वो सब कुछ होने वाला है अति खतरनाक and that's the bottom line cause Sahil Khattar said so.
WWE Sunday धमाल सुन चिंगवा पर
Didn't quite catch all, they got just enough.